Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces.
You're watching #Silliman.
For #Silliman updates, the Silliman University Vice President for Academic Affairs, Earl Jude Paul Cleope, met with guests from the U.S. Embassy in the Philippines during a courtesy visit last April 22, 2022 at the SU President's Office. Representatives from the U.S. Embassy were John Groch, Public Affairs Officer, Aaron Joy E.J. Bautista, a Public Engagement Specialist, Monina Valdez, an Experiential Learning Coordinator, and Jennifer Goldstein, the Deputy Cultural Attaché.
Meanwhile, the Sullivan University Reserve Officers Training Corps, or SUROTC unit, received military commendation medals from the Armed Forces of the Philippines for initiating relief operations for displaced outsourced SU personnel and fire victims in Barangay Hunob, Dumaguete City. The SUROTC unit initiated the relief distribution in April 2020 for 50 outsourced personnel who were displaced because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Each personnel received 5 kilograms of rice and 10 cans of sardines.
In another news, the American Corner Dumaguete Silliman University spearheaded a community-based activity on promoting COVID-19 vaccination at Handalamanon Ayungon and Malo, Shato, Negros Oriental last April 24 to 25, 2022. The activity aims to share knowledge about COVID-19 and vaccines, engage in respectful and empathetic conversations about vaccine hesitancy, direct people to credible sources about COVID-19 vaccines, and effectively counter misinformation. That would be all. See you next week for another set of #Silliman updates. Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine program that talks about different aspects of Silliman University.
A program initiated to discuss matters concerning the campus by the sea. Welcome to
#Silliman.
Mayong gabi sa tanan. Welcome and thank you for joining another episode of #Silliman. Thank you so much to Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world for making #Silliman as your Monday night habit. If you're a Sillimanian, one thing that makes you one is the Silliman song. And as much as I want to sing the Silliman song, I'm just going to read it in case you will be turning off your TV or maybe flip to the next channel. One of my favorite parts says, "Gliding swiftly like a dream when the things of life and beauty are more nearly what they seem. Winning victories in the classroom, on the court, the track, the field. Still we work for dear old Silliman, her honor bright to shield." And at this season in Silliman University, our college students are celebrating their own victories in their academic life. Joining us tonight are members of the Honors Committee, and we'll be asking them how are they preparing for the upcoming Honors Day. Allow me to introduce first a member of the Honors Committee. We have Dr. Giovanni Macahig, Silliman University's Registrar. Sir, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening everyone, and thank you for having me in this program.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jake. We also have here with us the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Dr. May Brigitt Villordon.
Thank you, and maayong gabi sa tanan. And thank you for having us here.
All right, so welcome, Dean Villordon and Dr. Macahig. I'd like to ask you first, looking back, were you one of the honor students during your college years? But I think that is not a question, no? I think, by your achievements right now, I'm sure you were really doing great way back in college. Maybe we'll start with Dr. Jake.
Well, I'm a late bloomer in terms of my academic life. I did not really fare well in my academics when I was in my elementary and high school. I was more into the music. I'm in a band when I was in my high school. But when I was in college, I was in the seminary. I was not in Silliman. I only enrolled in Silliman when I was in my master's. I did learn a lot and I was in college, and it has opened me up to the world of the academe and the world of books. And well, I did manage to to be on top of the class.
Wow.
I earned my Latin honors there, but I think it's I think I'm just an ordinary person trying to be extraordinary.
I think we all are trying to be extraordinary. Thank you, Dr. Jake, for sharing. How about you, Dean Villordon?
Yes, I did, and I remember that we used to have it at the Luz Auditorium. No? So during practice, it's also a nice experience because you get to see your friends and
Yeah.
and other honor students from other colleges. And I remember we were only like maybe around 300 or 400 at that time.
Wow.
So now there's a big change.
Yeah, in terms of number, yeah.
In terms of numbers, so I do have some fair share of experience to that.
It's nice to hear the experiences of our esteemed guest for tonight,
Yeah.
Josh. Speaking of the Honors Day Convocation, I would like to ask Dr. Macahig and Dr. Villordon, who are the people behind the Honors Day Committee?
During our time, I remember it's always the registrar's office who will take charge of the practice and even
The communications.
yes, the communications during practice and even during the program. So it used to be still the registrar's office.
So, yeah, go on.
Is it still the same this year, Dr. Jake?
Yeah, I think most of the legwork and preparation is coming from my office, the registrar's office. But we are helped with committee, and we have members from the Office of the Student Affairs or Services.
Yeah.
We have representatives from the BG,
Okay.
from the Academic Council or from the Academe, and also from representations from our unions, SUFA and SUSA. So it has a committee that reviews the preparations and also approves the candidates for honors.
Right, because given the number, I think it really takes the entire Silliman community to coordinate and
Yes.
push the event through. No? So, in terms of qualifications, Dr. Jake, in Silliman University, how do you become an honor student?
Well, let me just clarify that we have two honoring ceremonies or convocations. We have the honors day convocation, and when you graduate, you also have the Latin honors or what you call graduation honors. So for the honors day, this is usually given every year. Okay. So one qualifies for the honors if they have a QPA of 3.25 for class honors and 3.5 for college honors. So that's the basic and that's the general qualification.
Is this for the entire semester, Dr. Jake, or this would call for the entire school year?
No, it's for class honors. The computation is for our freshmen. It's the first semester.
Okay.
And for college honors, it's the second semester of the previous school year and the first semester of the current school year.
Right. Okay. So I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah.
So Dr. Jake mentioned a while ago that there is an Honors Day committee for this year. I'd like to ask, what is the most challenging part in organizing the Honors Day convocation?
Well, if you ask me pre-pandemic, that's the most challenging. For the pandemic, for pandemic time, especially last year and the other year, where we had virtual convocation, the challenging part was on the encoding and the transferring of the data to digital, and also the communication.
So you're having your fair share of the migration to the digital
Yes,
space, right?
So it's quite challenging, but I think we got used to it with almost 2 years of experience doing virtual activities. So we try to, adapt and innovate solutions to these challenging challenging activities.
Right. So earlier, Dean, you mentioned that you have your own fair share of being an honor student. What do you think is the how would I say this? What is the most advantageous, or let's say most inspiring part of being an honor student?
That's quite a difficult question.
I mean, does it motivate
Yeah.
you? Because others would say, I don't want to become an
Pressure.
honor student because I want to be pressured, all of this, emotional anxiety. But on the positive side of it,
In my case, no, it comes naturally, I would say, because my family does not need to push me to really
Okay.
study. So I have my own study habits, and I also, if I may recall, it would just take me a few flips on my notes, so I don't have
Wow,
to spend.
sana all.
I'm not really that intelligent, but I don't need so much time to study. In fact, I just sleep early, but I wake up very early in the morning as well. Like if I have an exam, 4 or 5 in the morning, and I also take advantage of, you have vacant time. So
Okay, your free
vacant
time.
or on my way to school, I look at my notes, and that's how I study, because, I don't deprive myself from having a good sleep.
Yeah.
So I think time management is also very important, and of course there's a lot of hard work there, but I don't have any pressure, because I don't also put a lot of pressure to myself. So I just do that as as it
so it's
is.
also safe to say, Dr. Villordon, that you also get to enjoy the academic scholarships before.
Yes, and not only I'm not only involved in academics, but also I'm also a student leader. So I try to balance school and also being a youth and being a leader since in my elementary, high school, and a bit of college, because towards the end, my course at that time is medtech, so it can be very busy. So I have to choose towards the latter part to spend
Right.
more time studying rather than spending more on leading. But I did in my elementary and high school, I did a lot of leadership experiences already. So that's
I think
that's
that
okay
helped
with
you a
me.
lot.
Yes, of course, it prepared me.
Dr.
a lot.
Jake, Dean Villordon is sharing some personal stories and how she, I know, misses also face-to-face interaction. How about you, Dr. Jake? What is the thing that you missed about face-to-face convocation, honors day programs?
Well, it's really different when you will be honored and your parents are there to witness it. The face-to-face convocation is really something that's memorable to everyone. I'm not saying that the virtual convocation is less than the,
Yeah.
but there is more meaningfulness and connection in the face-to-face convocation, because it's sort of a victory every year for every student to be acknowledged as an honor student. So it's not something that is just any ordinary acknowledgement. So when you see parents that are so happy and proud, and even this morning I saw several posts of their letters that they send it
It's
last
kind of
night.
viral on social media.
And they really post it because that is something that they can be proud of.
It's
So,
like a product of their hard work.
Yeah, hard work, and also their efforts that they make in school.
Yeah.
Dean Villordon mentioned earlier about the study habits that she used to do when she was in her college years. I'm curious, and of course, I think our students are also curious. How did you do it? So aside from time management, aside from getting enough sleep, what other study habits can you share to our audience, especially our students who are watching us right now?
First and foremost, I remember I always like to sit in front And once the teacher starts, giving lectures, I'm already 100%. My attention is already to the teacher. So I learned the lesson, at that right there and then. No? So I digest, I try to understand and learn it, and not at the, during or after. No, I do that as a review. So I think it's important that while the teacher is doing the lecture, you are already, digesting and really trying to understand. And I do ask questions as well a lot. And also, if there's a scheduled exam in the following week, what I do is that I already review a week before, because like I said, I don't want to be cramming, and I don't want to, spend more studying at night and not sleeping, not sleeping well. So a week before, I already started, reading my notes. So I think that would also help. But there's that consistency in terms of your study habits. So you should always have, whether there's an exam or not, you should study every night, at this particular time.
Right.
So consistency is important.
Consistency is key.
Yes. So I think discipline, time management. Dr. Jake, is it okay now to reveal who will be the speaker or the one who will provide the, how do you call that one, inspirational message during the Honors Day Convocation?
Yes, our speaker for the 64th Honors Day Convocation is ASEC, or Assistant Secretary Kira Danganan Azucena. She's our alumni, and she's connected with the Department of Foreign Affairs.
Wow.
She's also an honor student and a graduate honors also. She earned her degrees with honors.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Jake and Dr. Villordon. Let's take a break. #Silliman will be right back after a short break. And now we're back. Thank you very much for still being with us here tonight. Now, I'd like to ask Dr. Jake Macahig and Dr. Villordon, how many honor students do we have this year?
Well, for this year, we have about a total of 2,533 honorees.
Lang naman.
Lang naman.
Wow.
Out of how many students do we have here in Silliman University?
Out of about 7,200, that's about 32% of
Yeah.
our
Wow.
population.
30+%, yeah.
And to break it down, we have for class honors, we have 1,752. For college honors, we have 623. And for the university honors, we have 185.
So, Dr. Jake, given that we have more than 2,500 honor students this year, how are you going to accommodate that in this honors day convocation?
Well, thank you for the virtual
Space.
virtual presentation.
Right.
Diba? So we can actually do that virtually. So for this year's convocation, it will be done virtually, but it will be done in 2 separate days.
Oh, okay.
So it will be on May 4
Okay.
and May 5. So I think the students who received their letters, they saw that it's indicated there what are the colleges that will be presented for May 4 and the colleges that will be presented for May 5.
Wow, Ron, can you imagine from the sharing of the Villordon, 300 honor students, and now we have
2,000.
more than 2,500. So I think it's just right and just to chunk it into 2 days. We'll have it
Yes.
on May 4 and May 5.
And if I may add as well, at the College of Arts and Sciences alone, we have 525 honor students out of the 1,252. I think we're the biggest now in
Yes,
terms
yes,
of
one of the
the number of honor students this school year for this event. So that's quite a big
Dr.
number.
Jake, if I may ask, is this significantly higher compared to the last school year? If you can still recall the numbers.
The numbers is higher also, was also high last year, but it increased about 13%.
Wow.
Siguro. And I do not want to give any factors why this has increased.
Yeah.
It could be the online classes, it could be several factors.
I think that's up for another research.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that would be a very good research topic.
Well, anyway, Dr. Jake differentiated class honors and college honors.
Right.
Now, I think most of our parents and our students also are questioning or are asking this particular question: What is the difference between a college honor and a university honor? Does it guarantee that when you are a consistent class honor, it will yield, or it will basically mean that they will become Latin honors when they graduate?
Okay, so in the honors category, we have class, college, and university honors, and this is given yearly. The computation here is, like I said, it's computed the second semester of last school year and the first semester of the current school year. So it really gives opportunities for students to be honored every school year. However, we have also another set of rules for Latin honors or graduate honors, and there are also conditions there that can qualify you for cum laude, magna cum laude. So when a graduating student will apply for graduation, they will be evaluated also if they qualify for Latin or graduate honors.
So, Dr. Jake, the evaluation would be from first year up to fourth year.
Yeah.
That is for the Latin
Latin
honors.
Yes.
That's correct.
Can you remember? Do you have the grade right now? The grade limit for let's say cum laude
I think it's 3.3.
for the first
For-
year to fourth year
yes.
average, and then for the magna.
For 3.4, then 3.5, then up.
Okay, and then for the summa,
That would be 3.8.
3.8.
But that is given that there should be no failing grades for all your...
Yes, there should be no grade below 2.
0.0. Grabe,
From
no?
freshman to
Yes.
fourth year
fourth
for the
year.
Latin honors.
For the Latin honors.
I think that's really a standard that's going to be tough, no, to maintain. But I'm sure if we have a lot of honor students this upcoming May 4 and 5, perhaps, no, we will have to see if we will also have an increase in terms of the number of Latin honors. I'd like to go to Dr. Villordon because we're talking about here the 64th Annual Honors Day Convocation. As part of the Honors Committee, Dean, how do you make sure that each convocation, Honors Day convocation, is unique and different from the others? Are you considering themes? Are you considering, say, choice of speakers, perhaps?
Yeah, I think I would say not every Honors Day event is unique and special in a way, whether pre-pandemic or pandemic,
Yeah.
because of course we have different speakers who are also an inspiration to many of our honor students, and not just the honor students, but to all our students. And at the same time, of course, there would be new arrangements, no? And it could happen in the gym, or it could also happen at the Luz Auditorium, depending on the number of students. But with this past 2 years, we are doing it online, so this is another experience.
Yeah.
So it's also historical in a way, because this is the very first time that we do it in an online platform. So that's
And is this the
also
first time we're
something-
doing it like 2-day, Dean?
Yes,
Yeah,
this
that's-
time.
I think
it's
so, no? So
today.
this is unique, really.
Yes. And hopefully, this would be the last virtual.
Yeah, we look
Yeah.
forward to have you face to face.
Yes, hopefully.
I think we are nearing the end of this conversation. I'd like to ask Sir Jake and Dean Villordon, what is your message for all the students who are maybe honor students or not honor students?
They keep up their good work, no? They should also remember that it's not always everything about grades and
Yeah.
about accomplishments.
True.
No? What's far more important is that they live a legacy of unselfishness, truth, no? Honesty, hard work,
Very important.
sacrifice, and real learning, with or without recognition. So they should also, celebrate life. They should take pride of what they have accomplished, but they should stay humble as well.
Ah, that's so beautiful. Thank you, Dean.
Sir Jake.
Oh, well, congratulations to our honorees. And the honors is for all students, actually. It's just a matter of determination and motivation. And remember my professor back then when he said, if you want to be successful, you just have to do 3 things. One is read, second is to read, and number 3 is to read. So, as college students, as they all say, focus lang ta sa as being college students, because after college, it will be another level in life.
Yeah. If it's not so much Dean Villordon, what is also your message for our parents? I'm sure as part of the support system of our students, they're also very proud.
Yes, of course. No, I think it would not be possible without the support of parents, loved ones, that these students have excelled. I am sure that those behind them, giving them support, are their source of inspiration as well. So actually, this is for me, it's a double celebration. So it's not only the students that's celebrating the success, but also they have to look back and, that the parents and the loved ones are there, and also the parents now shares that equal, joy and pride, that the students are, is having that very prestige recognition. So I think everyone in the family are happy about it. Should be happy and should be celebrating these kinds of triumphs.
Right. Thank you so much, Dean Villordon and Dr. Macahig. But before we're going to let you go, we have prepared a fast talk.
Yeah.
Oh, fast talk.
So all you have to do is just give whatever you think your answer, okay? So we'll start first with Dr. Jake. Dr. Jake, honors day or graduation?
Graduation.
Dean Villordon, home or office?
Office.
Sir Jake, day or night?
Night.
Dean Villordon, ACAs or extracurricular activities?
Both, if I may.
Dr. Jake, beach or mountains?
Beach.
Because it is summer season, Dr. Dean Villordon, Palawan or Boracay?
Palawan. I've never been to Palawan, but I've been to Boracay already.
I thought Dean would say Sumilon Island.
I was just there 2 days ago.
Yeah, I saw your Facebook post. Dr. Jake, Palawan or Dumaguete?
Palawan. I'd like to go back there because the place is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Dean, love or career?
Oh.
Of course, love. Because, at the end of the day, even if you have a very good career, you need somebody who's really, there for you. Whether that's your parents, that's your friends,
Yeah.
that's somebody close to you. So I think the most important thing is love.
Oh. Hello.
Joshua, nananawagan ka ba?
Dr. Jake, favorite mentor?
Well, my favorite mentor is Father Eric Lozana.
Dean, favorite subject in school?
I love science, but I've been a consistent awardee of social studies since first year until fourth year. But I love both subjects.
Dr. Jake, what are the 3 study tips you can share with our students?
Study tips. Like I said, read. Okay. Read and read.
Dean, 3 things tourists should do here in Dumaguete.
There are beautiful spots that are not highlighted, so they should go in those areas because I've tried exploring them, and even they're not that famous, but
Yeah.
they have certain charm that that you would like. So it may look very simple and ordinary, but they're very, very charming and also equally beautiful to those, places that is already known for Dumaguete, Like we have the beach, we have the mountains, and we have the our own heritage as well.
Right.
We have very nice buildings. In fact, even our restos, dining places,
Yes.
have architectural
It
design,
speaks of our
unlike
culture.
other places, So that's something unique. So they should go to these places as well.
Dr. Jake, what are the 3 things, or mention 3 things why we should choose Silliman?
Silliman, yeah, it's the best university. And second, it's it's general education or liberal arts. So we have more of the arts. We also have more of sociology. We have also more of psychology, and so it's a holistic university.
Yeah.
And the third is a Christian university.
Amen.
And Dean, describe Silliman University.
Of course, Silliman is home. I think to many of us, being as a Christian institution, so we have a strong, foundations in terms of our faith, and that has been catered by Silliman. We have the Silliman Church. We have different services, and Silliman as well is also like a. It's a nice place to be with, being one of the most beautiful campuses in Asia. And if we go around on campus, it's very green. So it's giving us, for me, it's giving us a healthy environment. It gives that nice feeling just to be here. And of course, we do offer quality education. So we make sure that our education is of high caliber, and we can see that now from our graduates, wherein they also have excelled in wherever they are when they leave the halls of Silliman. And in Silliman, we also give importance to the holistic kind of education. If you see our students, they're good in academics. It's also good in
Other
extracurricular
Yes.
activities, and we give freedom to our students. They can speak what's in their mind.
Yes.
So that's something we are giving them a safe space. So that's how I would describe Silliman University, and I think we are very privileged, very blessed that we are part of this institution.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Villordon and Dr. Macahig, for joining our episode tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the last segment of the show. It's called hashtag WTP, or Words to Ponder. So Ron, we have a very light conversation this afternoon, and I'm really inspired by
Yeah.
their stories
So
and
inspiring.
the message of our talk this afternoon. What is your word to ponder, Ron?
You know, listening to Dean Villordon and Sir Jake Macahig, I really have a lot of inspirations and motivations that can, that I can learn from them. And my word to ponder, aside from the fact that we are talking about academic excellence, I'd like to ponder on the word character. Because if we want to reach something, we just have to build the character. If we want to be an honor student, of course, we need to develop study habits that will allow us to become honor students, and I think we need due diligence to that. And aside from that, if we talk about excellence, it's not just about the academic excellence; it's all encompassing.
Right.
We must also be, according to Dean, humble whenever we reach the top,
Yeah.
and at the same time, we have a heart for the people around
So
us.
holistic, in other
all
words.
holistic, in other words. How about you, Josh? What is your words to ponder?
I'd like to ponder on a local term. It's padayon.
Padayon.
I understand that some of our students may be not feeling that good because they did not make it as part of the honor roll. And some of our students are also joyful as they learned that they are part of the students who are going to be honored this incoming May 4 and 5. So, regardless, padayon. And always remember that never let success get into your head.
Yes.
And never let failure get into your heart. Padayon. Daghang salamat. Thank you for joining our episode tonight, and to God be the glory. Hey there, Sillimanians! Daghang salamat for joining us tonight. Don't forget to follow our Facebook page. It's called #Silliman. We also have a YouTube channel. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to click the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts.
And don't forget to catch us at Phil Products every Monday at 8 p.m. And replays will be shown every Tuesday before the noontime news and every Saturday after the noontime news. This has been Ronelyn Vailoces
And Joshua Soldivillo. See you next week only here on
#Silliman.
Congratulations, everyone! Bye!